All right, welcome back to the KnivesFAST channel. It is time for another video, so say hello to Ren and Stimpy and Powdered Toast Man, Log TV, and Choo Choo, and let's get started on the KnivesFAST channel. All right, guys, time for another review. This is the Legion Steel Asgeir, and we're going to review this one. It's designed by Marshall Noble. You guys know him from his knives that have come out with concept and different places, but and his custom stuff, of course. But this is the KnivesFAST channel. Definitely like, comment, subscribe, notification bell, and stick around, and let's check out this gorgeous, gorgeous knife. Very beautiful for sure. Really, really love this marble carbon fiber or shred carbon fiber, or what do you want to call it. You do have some contouring on the scales here. You have a beautiful back spacer in blue with a nice, well done lanyard pin back here. You have a blue milled titanium pocket clip, titanium frame here. You have a frame lock with a lock bar interface and a over travel stop. Here's your cutouts here. Contouring and chamfering everywhere. Really nice little chamfer here for looks. Blue hardware, really cool. Legion Steel logo in the cutout. I think that's cool. A lot of details happening here. Now there are some things I'd like to talk about that aren't, that aren't big deals, but they're just little things. And he's fixing most of them in the wow, Casey, what's the word? He's fixing most of those in the production run with changes. So really nice. And again, I love the way it looks closed. It has a really cool, let's move this stuff off so I can, it has a really cool look. And I love the fact that he has two separate inlays here. By the way, you kind of feel there's a little bit of, right here, that's very clean, but between this middle part, you do feel the transition there. Does it bother me? No. But it's just, you definitely feel it. Again, this is OEM'd in China. I'm not exactly, he did tell me at some point who the OEM was, but I can't find it. And I know they plan to use different OEMs as they move forward. Now, you do have a centered blade here, and the blade to handle ratio, it's pretty close. It comes out pretty close, and if it had gone any further, you would have been able to grab that blade, so that's perfect. Your pocket clip is not reversible, and there you go. Now, this is a flipper-only knife, and at this moment in time, I'm not a fan of the flipper tab. I love a low-profile flipper tab, but it is rounded, and it doesn't have any jimping on the front of that at all. And it is very hard. Again, you saw me do it, so it can be done. But it is not easy for me to do. I'm having to push way harder than I want to. But he's fixing that in the production run. Man, I'm trying to open this here, and my phone is being stupid. But anyway, he's fixing it in the production run. Matter of fact, I have a piece of paper over here, and it basically says that he's going to lengthen the flipper tab and remove the rounded surface, okay? Remove the point on the handle frame right there. So you see when it's open, there's a bit of a point right here. He's going to remove this point, so that's not pokey stabby. And then they're going to take this rounded part of the flipper tab off and extend it out a little bit so it's a little bit longer. So I think that will do it. I hope they add some jimping as well, because I think that would be way better to have that jimping on there for sure. And so again, you can check these guys out at legionsteelknives.com. Now, I've opened this up. You saw once I did hit the blade, the flipper tab the right way, the detent is really, really nice. And my first thing, once I open it, again, when it's closed, it's one of the most stunning knives I've seen in a long time. It is beautiful. But when I open it, there's a part of me that is kind of thrown off by a thicker, taller handle and a very short blade here. And I've had a lot of people comment that way. Now, let's go here and let's just clear one thing up, which is real easy to do. This guy is a cutter. it is. It's so to me, does it really matter in using the knife? It does not. And you have a nice tip to get down. So does it really matter? No. This guy is a fantastic. I knocked Ren over here. I knocked Powder Toast Man over. This is very bad. All right. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's just one of those things when I'm holding it, I feel like the proportions are odd to me. Now, what he was trying to do, I'm sure, is give it this, you know, because it's named Asgeir. It's like this mythical thing, and you get this kind of really cool kind of narrowing shape here, like a dagger, or like, you know what I mean? It's really got a cool vibe to it. There's just something about a tall handle, though, that fills my hand really well, and I like. And, you know, the blade is really cool. So my little nitpick doesn't really matter. Now, you do have your Noble Knife logo there. You do have your Legion Steel, which is a collaboration between him and one other person. And you do have really nice lock bar access and a chamfer. Now, in the hand, I will say, this narrows, so we start kind of thick up top and we narrow down here, and there is a chamfer. But I will say when I bear down, because of this flatness here and the chamfer not being very rounded, that feels pretty flat in the hand there. So I wish that was a little better. You don't really feel the clip in my summation. It is a 4-finger knife, and you can sort of choke up on the flat here. Very nice. No, your jimping is back here, so I guess that's okay, but when I'm out here, there's no jimping, but I don't need it, like we've talked about 100,000 times. Just something to point out. Lock bar moves over pretty easily. When you are locked up nicely. No lock, rock, or blade play. About a 30% on the lock up there, which is great for me. You know, I really, it's growing on me. The things that are my nitpick, which is that narrowing here of the blade from the handle, it's really growing on me. I'm really liking it a lot. The one thing I can't really get over, again, I'm glad he's fixing this hot spot right here, but is this kind of, you know, annoying flatness down here at the bottom. It kind of doesn't feel good when I bear down, but that's literally it. The rest of this knife is really nice. Now, let's go through the specs. I have it pulled up on my phone, which closed on me. Okay, so the blade steel is going to be 20 CV. It is a modified sheep's foot. The blade length is 3.5. The cutting edge 3.375. The blade thickness 0.129. Blade grind is flat, of course, but it cuts like a mad, angry person. 3.7 ounces on the weight. Shred carbon fiber is what they call it. And just really, really beautiful. Now, it is running on, come on, pivot, cage ceramic bearings with the stainless steel race washers. The lock type is a frame lock, of course. These are $335. And again, this is available now on pre-order at legionsteelknives.com. So definitely go check it out. Now, for those of you that love the comparisons, I stopped doing comparisons a couple times, and people were like, no, we use those. There is your Rat 1, and it is the Rat 1's a little bit bigger handle and blade, and the Rat 2 is a little smaller handle and blade. And it's, you know, I always have one of these laying around. Let's do a Jetstream, which is an 8-inch knife, and you can see the Jetstream is thicker, of course, taller, but it is about the same, maybe slightly bigger handle and blade, as you can see there. So very, very cool of Marshall to send this out. Now let's talk about the other changes. They're going to increase, you can see there, you don't have good relief of your edge for sharpening, and they're going to enlarge the sharpening choil. They are going to narrow the lock bar a little bit, bring it down. You can see here in this picture, it's going to come down a little bit, which I think is great. And then I talked about the other changes earlier. So very cool knife. I'm glad I got to check it out. I need to get it along to the next channel, which is Blade Banter. So I will send that to him tomorrow, as a matter of fact. So very cool. Thank you, Marshall, for including me in the pass around group. And guys, I think this is one, if you got it, you would be pretty happy with it. Again, I'm a reviewer, so I give my thoughts, positive and negative. And it is a fantastic cutter, and it is beautiful. So really cool. Thumbs up, like, comment, subscribe, notification bell. And thank you guys. Please let me know what you think of this one. And thanks for watching the KnivesFAST channel.